What's up, everybody? It's your girl Sophia, and I'm back today with another video. Back in my robe. Basically, today, you guys, I am going to be doing something a little scary, so I'm just going to be as real as possible. If you guys hear any click clacking in this video, it's my dog. He needs shoes. I'm going to be as real as possible and basically expose my husband. I got a lot of questions from you guys about relationships and our relationship specifically. So I'm going to try to answer all of your questions that I got on Instagram today. I'm just going to go in depth into a few questions that seem to be like the bottom line. You know, like a lot of you have asked these questions multiple times. Did I say that right? Anyways, an update, you guys, I'm out of bed. So I am like just trying to deal with my depression. Yesterday was a really shitty day. My dog, I can't. Yesterday was a shitty day. Today I am feeling better. So that's just how it goes, man. And I hope you guys are feeling better too. I loved on my last video how you guys were all able to open up to me about like your personal stuff and whatever. I think that is so cool. Like, I even actually got one comment where someone was asking me like, why do people feel the need to talk so much about themselves on like other people's comments about themselves? Dude, I think that's like the point. Like, it's, you know, it's nice for all of us to just be real and like tell each other, hey, listen, like this is not the most wonderful time of the year sometimes. So anyways, I'm feeling better today, so I'm actually going to do my makeup, and I wanted you guys to be with me when I do my makeup for the first time in forever. And I'm going to expose my man and me in a couple of these questions, so let's get started. A lot of you guys ask, whenever I asked this on Instagram, a lot of you guys asked, do you and Derek fight? And someone asked, if so, who usually like starts the arguments? Whoa. Yeah, of course we fight. I think that for us, like, we work together. So if you ever see a couple that works together, like, it's hard, dude. It's really hard. But it's also really rewarding. So it's just, you just have to find that like little niche, I guess, of, is that a word? Of you guys like just being able to like balance a work relationship and know when that cuts off, and then like a normal relationship. And I think that we've found that over the past few years. It hasn't been too hard. I mean, sometimes it gets hard, but it's not too hard for us. But yeah, we fight. I mean, we don't always see eye to eye, and that's freaking normal, dude. You know, I think I've been in relationships before where I've thought like, damn, this relationship is so easy. But in reality, I was like a total like, you know, brat, and like I ran things, or opposite, you know, I was really submissive and I wasn't happy. So I think that it's just like a balance, and, you know, or they were cheating on me. So I think it's just like a balance of, you know, just, I don't know, it's a balance of both. And I found that sometimes it's not easy. It's not all freaking rainbows, dude. And that's okay, because when you guys start to like vibe and like figure each other out, and, you know, you got to love one another's faults at the same time as loving their, you know, their good things, then you start to really grow as a person and as a wife or a husband or a girlfriend or a boyfriend or whatever. So yeah, I think that we fight like a normal couple. I mean, I don't even know what's normal, but yeah, I mean, and then there's been points in our relationship where we fought more often than we haven't right now. And that's what I always talk about, like peaks and valleys in relationships, you guys. Like, it's so true. You go through times where like, it seems like every day you're like, oh, fuck yeah, we didn't fight today, thank God. You know what I mean? And then other days, other months, or, you know, for 6 months at a time, you guys could just be like in the honeymoon stage again. And that's just how it goes, dude. You just got to find somebody that you're going to stick it out with, and that you love enough to like grow with, I guess. So yeah, we fight. And who starts the fights most of the time? Probably me, to be honest. Derek's really stubborn, but he doesn't really start any arguments, so it's probably me. Question number 2 is, what is the key to oh, sorry, I just ate so much breakfast. What is the key to a successful relationship? I don't know. I think for us, I think for everyone it's different. I think the key to a successful relationship, in my personal experience, is to pick your battles wisely, forgive easily and often, and really just try to surround yourself with people that are going to be there for you when you go through like hard times in your relationship, and aren't going to encourage you to, you know, like make bad decisions, because that's a big part in relationships. Like if you have a lot of friends and stuff like that, like I know when I was younger, a lot of my friends would just be like, oh my God, leave him, or vice versa for the guy, you know, like leave that, you know, whatever. I think it's important to surround yourself with people that like are mature enough to understand that people go through stuff and like whatever. And I'm not speaking from experience with me and Derek's relationship, but past relationships for me, that's been a big thing. I think that that's what I've learned from my past relationships. I also think obviously like communication, that's normal. It takes a lot more than love to just be successful in a marriage or a relationship. Like you have to really talk to each other about what you want and what you don't like. And for me, sometimes I find that I am really angry about, or not angry, or I'm irritated about one thing, but for some reason it comes off as something else, because I don't address the thing that I'm like irritated about, if that makes sense. So I think it's really like looking deep down, and I always give like anyone advice, like any friends or whatever advice like that, like what's the real issue? Like, are you mad about this? Are you having trust issues? Are you whatever? Like, what is the real issue? And figure it out. And then as soon as you figure it out, you have to be able to talk to them about it. And then hopefully, like, you know, once you get past that conversation, it might be a tough one to have, but it's totally worth it, you know? So, yeah, I would say that. And then obviously loyalty is a huge thing. There was a point in my life where I didn't believe that loyalty and like monogamy existed in relationships. Isn't that crazy? Like I really did not believe that, because I was so blindsided by like someone cheating on me, that I didn't believe that, that you could actually be in like a committed relationship with one person. And I can't believe I was so freaking jaded and like messed up that I really believed that, dude. And I think there's a lot of people in the world that get to that point and they're like, whatever. And then they start having like multiple people in their relationships, which is cool too, because sometimes that works for people, whatever. Not for me. But yeah, I think loyalty and just being like upfront and honest is like a big thing to have a successful relationship. And it's not just one thing. God, I whitened my teeth last night. Bad idea, dude. They're really sensitive right now. Anyways, yeah, so there's multiple things that are keys to a successful relationship. And honestly, it changes for everyone. Like for every relationship, everyone's different. I know for me, I like to have like alone time. So I can't relate to like, you know, my like people in my life who are opposite of me and like really don't like to have alone time. So I think, I don't know, it's just different. It's different for everybody. So, you know, you got to figure out what works for you, and that's what creates arguments, because it's just, I don't know, am I rambling? I don't know, whatever. Okay, this one's gonna be kind of fun. Question number 3. What is your favorite thing about D? Same thing as the first letter of his name. Just kidding. My favorite thing about Derek, there's a lot of different things. I think my most favorite thing is his heart, and like his willingness to give, and like how much he cares about like people in his life. I think probably a lot of wives would probably say that about their husbands. Girl. But for me, it's really true. I think I don't know, I just have never met somebody that, you know, grew up the way that Derek did, and like has been able to overcome so many things, and like still has a good heart. Like the world should have made him like a total freaking hard ass, like savage, which he can be at times. You know, he can have that, but he's like at the same time like the most giving, loving, respectful, whatever person in the world. I mean, there's obviously a button that you can't press with him. But just from like where he's come from and like, you know, everything he's gone through in his life, like he's not supposed to be like that, you know? So just showing that resiliency is something that I admire so much about him. Also the way that Derek can like, what's the word I'm looking for? The way that he can demand attention in a room. Is that the word? Is that the phrase? I'm thinking of like the way that he can command attention. I don't know. Something like when he walks into a room, like you feel his presence. Like, it's not like, I don't know. It's just weird. Like it's crazy. Like he literally like, that's the coolest thing about presence. That word is like, it's crazy. Like you can like literally just walk into a room and feel somebody. Like you don't have to try. You don't have to like be extra. And that's something that is really dope about him, that he's never tried to be anyone he's not. He's never tried to be like an extra person. And yeah, he can just, I don't know, man. He can just like really, what's the word I'm looking, he's mesmerizing, really. Like, and it's not just me, it's anybody, it's friends, it's family, it's whatever. Like, you know, he has a way about him that when he speaks, you want to listen and you want to like pick his brain and you're like, damn, like that's a good idea. Or wow, like I'm so motivated. Like he could be a motivational speaker for sure, you guys. And I'm not just saying that. He is, I don't know. It's pretty crazy. Like I've never met anybody in my life that can, do that in a room, like walk in a room and just have such a presence, I guess. It's hard to explain, hard to put in words, but yeah, those are a couple of the things. Obviously there's many things I love about him. I love how great of a stepfather he is. I love, how much of an animal lover he is. Whatever. I love a lot of shit about him, but that's like the biggest thing, I guess. Moving on. People asked how Derek is off camera. Ooh, that's a good one. Well, I would say he's really funny. Like he's a funny guy. He sees the good in most situations, unless he's in a bad mood, which is pretty rare. He is a very positive person. Like if you're driving like a truck that won't fit a freaking mattress in the back of it, he'll be like, no, yeah, it will. And you're like, no, seriously, it won't. And he's like, no, yeah, it will. Like, and he'll figure it out. Like no one else in the world would be able to figure out how to do it, but he will. So he's just like a really positive person, and he gets shit done. He's really motivated. He's loving. He buys me flowers randomly all the time. And you know, that's another thing that's on a tangent here, but like I don't really like talk about a lot, but you know, sometimes I'll like post about it or whatever here and there, but I think it's kind of corny to post about all the time. Because I don't feel like I have to do that, but he does like little shit for me all the time. Like he'll like, you know, buy me flowers randomly at Smith's, get me like, last night he got me candy, like my favorite candy, just like little tiny things that, or like a cute coffee mug. Like he knows what I like and he knows what like makes me smile. And so like if he's gone and, you know, doing something or at the gym or whatever, even as small as like literally running to the store, like it's always something. Like he's always getting me something. And when Q's with us, it goes the same for QQ. Like he's always getting QQ something too. So yeah, he's just like a really lovable guy, like super lovable. And yeah, I love that about him. He also is very stubborn. I'm not going to just sit here and say like amazing things about him, even though I think he's a pretty perfect human being. He's very stubborn. I'm not going to lie. And he likes things done his way, in a certain way. And he is normally right about those ways, which is incredibly annoying sometimes, but it's just true and it's just how it is. So yeah, he is stubborn but loving, considerate, and also just kind of a boss, if that makes sense. Oh my god, you guys. A bee literally just tried to attack me. I left my back door open so the dogs could go hang out outside because it's beautiful. And a bee just tried to attack me. Anyways, so back to my questions. Also, Carol, if you're watching this, you stole my blush, or I mean my bronzer brush, and I'm really upset with you. Okay, let's see. Next one is, what is your favorite video that you guys have filmed together? That's like a good question. It's a hard one too. But I already know, like, one comes to mind like right away. My favorite video that we've ever filmed together is, oh, by the way, I'm washing off my makeup right now because I just spilled something because of the bee really freaked me out. I'm really scared of like insects. My favorite video we've ever filmed, there's two. One of them is like this spicy video that we filmed a long time ago. And it was like a video where Derek and I were like eating like a bunch of different spicy foods on like plates, you know, and like he was picking one for me and I was picking one for him. I don't know why it's one of my favorites, but it just like makes me laugh every time I watch it because we were just like freaking dying laughing together. And I love videos like that. Another one was like the one we did recently, Truth or Drink or something like that. That one was hilarious because like it's just us being like our actual selves, you know, and I like doing that with him. It's pretty funny. Like we crack each other up, dude. It's like nonstop laughing. Okay, guys, I'm also using this Honey Naked palette for my eyeshadow today. I'm doing a lot more like browns lately, so if you cared, I don't know. The next question is, this one's juicy, and this is where I'm really gonna expose him. Sorry, babe, I'm gonna tell the truth about this. Basically, someone asked, has Derek ever cheated? And the answer to that is no. Sorry to freak you guys out. No, Derek has never cheated. I would say some slick ass shit like that I know of, but I just know he hasn't, so it's like not funny. No, he's never cheated on me. All of our cheating and whatever videos are all, you know, for entertainment, you guys. I'm sorry if that if that killed your dreams of any of our videos, but yeah, those are all for entertainment. Derek and I do a lot of pranks on each other. Never actually happen. I think that, listen, I think, another tangent here. I think that men become men in their 30s, and I think that a lot of men cheat before then. That sucks to say. I think a lot of women cheat before then. It's not just men. And I think that sometimes it takes a couple relationships where either like you lose a really good girl or you like, you know, a not so good girl loses you and you're like, you realize you level up and you need something different or whatever. I think that it takes those experiences in life for a man or woman, but mostly men. I think they mature a little bit later in life. I think it takes those experiences for them to start to understand to be faithful and whatever, and like how much damage you can really cause someone, because that changes your life. And I know it's changed mine in the past, like to where, and I've talked about that in other videos, but like to where I'll never like be the same about some people, or you know, about some stuff. So I won't go into detail. So yeah, but no, Derek has never cheated on me. Those are all entertainment videos. Sorry if I ruined your idea of who we are. But yeah, we're good on that. He's a very loyal person. It's something that I've just never really, he's never given me any reason to not trust him. And I've probably like, and at the beginning of our relationship, like I said before, I was really jaded. So I think that, you know, it was hard for me to trust people, and he knew that. So he like did a lot of extra things just to make sure that I knew that he was a trustworthy person. And he's continued to do that for me like to this day, and it's amazing. And yeah, he's just a really honest and loyal guy. I can't speak for his past. I don't know how he used to be, and that goes for me too. But yeah, he's a loyal guy, and I really freaking appreciate that, because it's hard to be together for 20 years or whatever and there not be some sort of discrepancy or like some sort of cheating or some sort of like infidelity, whether it's with another woman or just in general. I don't know, like it's really freaking hard to do that. So I'll give you guys an update in 20 years to see if that changes. But no, he's a very honest person, and that's something that I really respect about him. Next question is a baby update. Whoop whoop. So basically, Derek took his other test that he had to, so now we're just waiting to hear back from the doctor. If you guys have watched other videos, I'll probably do like a whole separate video on a baby update, but you guys know that our specialist is in California, so like we have to set up like video chats with him and stuff, and he's really busy, so and so are we. So sometimes it takes like a week, like after we do something, to actually like get in contact and whatever. But yeah, we are at that point. So yeah, we're still basically waiting. Derek is going to be getting a surgery probably towards the end of January. And that's when we'll know a lot more. And I'll be able to tell you guys more about that. Next one. Okay, my next question is, how is married life? And then some of you guys asked like, how is it different or whatever. Married life is awesome. I have been married once before. This shit ain't new to me. It's like not something to be proud of, by the way. Married life is amazing. I mean, it feels the same as us being together, really. I mean, honestly, it really does. It's just kind of a piece of paper. But it does feel good to like have, you know, his last name, and it feels good to be able to call him my husband. And I know it's fun for him. Like, we always talk about how it's funny, like, to say my wife instead of my girlfriend. We still get used to that, but yeah, it's cool. It's beautiful. Marriage is such a beautiful thing, and I think that more people should do it. To be honest, I was reading this study that said that like I guess like people are like, divorce is getting less common or something, but that study is not accurate because basically less people are getting married. So that's where they're getting that statistic from. So like, since less people are getting married, less people are getting divorced. But I don't know, I have an old school idea about marriage, and like, I just think that it's such a beautiful union, and if you find the person you want to be with forever, then I think marriage is so fun and beautiful, and you should do it. How do you know if a guy is serious / how did I know Derek was serious with me? For me, it was easy because we were both really transparent in the beginning. Neither of us wanted to like have a relationship or whatever. And then we just kind of like fell in love, and he told me straight up like, hey, like I'm trying to be like your kid's stepdad. Like I'm in this for the long run. Like, I'm not going anywhere. We're getting married. Like, I'm serious. I respect that so much about him, but I think it takes different guys, like I said, different times in their lives to mature enough to be able to say that to a woman. And you know, like, it takes the right person also. But I think you can tell if someone's serious about you if they're, you know, like putting their own life and like, you know, their own personal wants or whatever after yours. And that's not necessarily always healthy. I'm just saying, like, you know, they're taking extra special care of your heart and like your personal needs and what you want. And like I said, for me, Derek did a lot of things to show me that he was really loyal, that I didn't even ask him to do. He just knew that that was probably something that I struggled with. So he made sure to just be like extra honest and just extra. So I think when you see signs like that, then that's obviously someone that's serious, that's willing to change, you know, a little bit of what they're used to and what they know to like fit your needs personally. So I think that's a good sign. Ooh, my robe. That someone is serious about you. And then this next one is from my friend Jordan. I used to cut his hair for a really long time. And not a really long time, maybe like a year. But he is actually He just got a tumor out of his lung. He had lung cancer, and he's like super healthy, super in shape, like my age. So hi Jordan, I hope you watch this. But he asked, what did he ask? Oh, like, what do you cover, like first date do's and don'ts, and like what to do on a first date? Dude, I haven't been on a first date in a long time. So let me try to answer this really honestly. For me as a woman, I personally like something that's planned out. I would say the best first date ever would be something that's constantly entertaining, because it's kind of awkward on a first date anyways. So I would have like something planned for like, I would do like a day date and like have something planned for every like couple hours. Like you could do like, Derek took me on a date like this, so that's why I'm like saying this, and I thought it was really dope, and it's a really good idea for a first date. So you could do it in like stages. So it depends on the girl though too, if she's adventurous and down for this. But you could do like during the morning, you guys go to a bomb ass breakfast spot and get like, you know, a mimosa and breakfast. Cool. Girls like that. Number 2, you could go to the mall and go shopping if you wanted, but that's not a good idea for a first date, so never mind, not the mall. So you go like to a breakfast spot, and then you'd be like, okay, I want to go here. Then you take her to like an arcade or an outdoor like swap meet, which is fun for me. I don't know, I like micheladas. And I think if you guys drink, I'm just being honest here, it's more like fun and a little bit more easy to get to know each other and stuff if you have like, you know, like a drink here and there. So sorry. Then you could do like Top Golf, something active. So like you could like go golfing or whatever, or even like regular golfing or mini golfing. But Top Golf is fun because you can like, you know, get like little appetizers and whatever and all that good stuff. Then like at night you guys could, then you're like go to a movie. So everything is like a surprise. So then it's like Top Golf and then a movie and then go home or hang out together after. I don't know. Just to like get away from like the stereotypical dinner, but I do love a good dinner too. I think like dinner for a first date is always like pretty dope. But if you could like plan out a whole day for somebody, I know that that's like a lot of preparation for a guy to do, but I appreciate that shit. Like I like when guys like when they plan everything and like whatever, like you just tell them, hey, just wear something comfortable and like we'll do this. You could even do like a hike, or, you know, like just incorporate a bunch of like little things because it keeps it super exciting, like back to back to back. And then that's something that a chick, I mean, you're going to be held to a high standard after that. But that's something that a girl literally will probably never forget for a first date. And I don't know. Make sure it's stuff that you like to do though, because then you can see how she is. Like if you like to golf or like you like to be active or you like to go 4-wheeling or whatever, do some stuff like that and see how she is like trying new things and how she likes to, how she is like, you know, in those situations and whatever, and decide if she's a keeper or not. Some girls aren't adventurous, so it might not be the right idea, or some guys aren't either. So that might not be a good idea for you, but I know for me, that's like, I don't know. If you do that, you're probably going to go somewhere like to her house that night or something. I don't know. How do you put up with Derek? I would say, how does he put up with me too? Because we both have the same sense of humor. So we're really, really sarcastic and kind of like messed up towards each other sometimes. Like, so if you hear the way that we talk to each other and like, you're like, oh my God, like I could never. Well, you're not in our relationship. So yeah, you probably couldn't. But yeah, we just joke a lot, and that's just how we joke together. It doesn't work for everyone like that. So yeah. And actually I can be sensitive sometimes. I don't know. It's weird. It depends on my mood and like if I'm feeling good that day or whatever. So, I don't know. We just joke with each other a lot, and like, I don't take things seriously, and neither does he. So that's a good and bad thing. We take the things that need to be serious seriously, but you know, we just joke a lot with each other, and our sense of humor is pretty much on the same level. So, that's how I put up with him and how he puts up with me. Like I said, every relationship is different. Sometimes that wouldn't work in a relationship. And honestly, in a lot of my past relationships, that wouldn't work because they didn't understand my sense of humor and vice versa. So yeah, I just feel lucky that I'm with somebody that can make me laugh and we understand each other. So I'm sorry if you guys don't get it, but that's just how we are. My last and final question, because I'm pretty much ready for the day. I just put my hair in French braids last night and then I just let them out today. So it's kind of messed up, but I don't care. It doesn't need to be perfect. So my next question is, and my last question, I liked this one. Well, I like it and I don't because it's kind of sad, but how do you guys stay happy during sad times? And I'm just going to answer this like separately as like a person, one person, and then in a relationship. I think we've all gotten kind of used to this whole COVID thing, and in Vegas, like everything is open. So I think it's a lot easier. But I think if you're having like trouble in your relationship right now, you gotta like give yourself a break, dude, because you gotta chop it up to it being a lot to do with this situation that's going on in the world. Like sometimes I know a lot of people I know, like they're spending a lot of time together that they normally wouldn't. And that can affect you. Like that can be really gnarly, like not good. And that's normal. So don't feel like it's not normal. Like, oh my God, we're spending more time together, I should be happy. Like, no, dude, like that's, if you're used to like working and then you got laid off and you have to stay home with your kids all day, or, you know, that's creating like resentment. Like it's so, there's so many issues. You have to really just chop it up to like a lot of it having to do with like this whole situation with the pandemic and stuff. Also, you guys have to be more innovative about like, you know, going on dates or figuring out what the hell to do with your kids so you guys can get some alone time or whatever. And like, there's only so many days you can like do like at home movie theater night and like, you know, whatever. Like there's only so many things you can do when your city is shut the hell down. So you have to just give yourself a break, like give your relationship, like understand, like, dude, there's the reason that we're arguing maybe every day is because of what's going on in the world. Like this is, no one that we know has had to deal with this. So how can we ask for advice or whatever? So you have to be easier on each other and on yourself, and don't overthink things, because I would say 90% of a lot of these people's issues has to do with either money situations, stress put on, everything, all this stress that's been a product of this pandemic. So how to stay happy, I guess, just like I said, just don't be so hard on yourself and understand that this is going to come to an end. Also, I talked about in my last video, you know, like depression around the holidays is freaking real, dude, and it sucks. So if you are one of those people, remember that your life, you know, there's a lot of people that care about you, including your significant other, even if you guys are arguing and it's a sad time right now, or you're having trouble, or you're financially struggling, or, you know, emotionally struggling, whatever, like, try to understand like that you chose this person to be your rock in life. So sometimes it's okay to like break down to them and tell them like, man, I'm feeling like shit. Like I'm feeling depressed. I'm feeling sad. I need a day to myself. I need a day with you. I need to spend more time with you. I need to spend some time away from you. I need to whatever. And if they're not understanding that, then maybe you need to rethink something, because you guys both need to be on the same page. Like, listen, babe, like this is a really hard time right now. And if we argue and whatever, let's just get through this. And I promise we will make it on the other end a stronger couple. And I swear, you guys, like any couple that makes it through this, I mean, for Derek and I, it's not that different, because we're around each other 24/7 anyways, because we work together. And our job, thank God, hasn't been affected by the pandemic. But, you know, for a lot of people, like I'm seeing like people having to stay home together and be around each other. And it's like, what the hell? And I'm also seeing like, you know, dads have to take care of their kids for the first time, and they're like, what the hell? And I'm seeing moms having to take care of their kids instead of being able to have the freedom of taking them to daycare, and they're like, what the hell? So it's like a lot of different, it's a lot, and I don't have the answers, but I just know that you guys got to be like a little bit more easy on each other and easy on yourselves, because dude, I'm telling you, this pandemic has really like screwed a lot of people in their relationships and like whatever. And so in the end, I know that everyone will come out like way stronger though. Like I totally believe that, because we've had to go through some crazy stuff to stay together during this time. So I hope you guys are trying to find the positivity in this. Oh, and I forgot to tell you, the reason that my room is in shambles is because this was my niece's room when she came to stay with us. When Ryan and Carol, my best friend and sister-in-law, and so brother-in-law used to come and stay with us in Vegas. Leilani used to use this room, and I have like my little vanity here, so I would get ready in here, and we would all get ready in here. But they have their own house in Vegas now. So I'm actually going to be making this room. I'm going to make it into like a whole video. I'm going to be making this room into like a beauty room slash, I might put like a day bed in here just in case, because we always have hella company at our house. Slash just like prop room with like I'm gonna put like a bunch of good lights in here so I can like really like get good quality when I'm sitting down and talking to you guys, because I love doing these videos with you guys. So yeah, that's why it's in shambles, and I just bought a bunch of like boxes and stuff, so I'm putting away props and like whatever. I'm gonna redo the whole thing. I'm talking like the whole thing. So I'm gonna take like my curtains down, all that stuff, because this was more of like a little girl's room for Leilani. So yeah, that's that. And I hope you guys are all finding a way to be positive in this crazy ass time. It's almost Christmas, you guys, so happy almost Christmas. This is my first time putting on makeup in a long time, so thanks for sitting with me and helping me get out of my funk, you guys, because it really does help me a lot. And I'm feeling better today, so I hope you guys are feeling better today and feeling good. If you're not, I'm here for you, and I will see you guys next time. Peace.